Jane Goodall stepped carefully through the lush undergrowth of Gom Stream National Park. The early morning sun filtered through the trees, casting a golden glow over the forest floor. She carried a small basket of bananas, not as a bribe, but as a gesture of peace, a way to communicate that she meant no harm. Her patience had begun to pay off. After months of quiet observation, one of the chimpanzees, a curious young male she named David Greybeard, had begun to accept her presence. Unlike the others, who fled at the sight of her, David would occasionally linger, watching her with cautious but calm eyes. This morning, Jane approached the edge of a clearing where she had seen David the day before. To her delight, there he was, sitting beneath a towering fig tree. His silvery beard shimmered as he chewed on a fruit. Jane knelt a short distance away and placed a banana on the ground between them. Then, she waited. David noticed her immediately. His dark eyes flickered from the banana to her face, his expression unreadable. Slowly, he approached, his movements deliberate and unthreatening. He reached for the banana, but instead of retreating to the safety of the trees, he sat down just a few feet away to eat it. Jane's heart swelled with a mix of joy and awe. She dared not move too quickly, but she allowed a small smile to cross her face. "Hello, David," she whispered. To her surprise, David looked up at her voice. Then, as if to acknowledge her presence, he reached out a hand and touched her arm lightly before returning to his meal. It was a fleeting moment, but it felt like a breakthrough, an unspoken agreement that she was not a threat, but perhaps, a friend. Over the weeks and months that followed, Jane and David developed a remarkable bond. He became the bridge that allowed her to observe the others more closely. Through David's quiet acceptance, the other chimpanzees began to tolerate her presence as well. Their friendship was not defined by human terms, it was subtle, built on trust and respect. But in those shared moments beneath the Tanzanian canopy, Jane felt a profound connection. David Greybeard was not just a subject of her study, he was a companion who opened a window into the world of his kind, showing her their intelligence, emotions, and the complex social structures of their lives.